party had not. It had been a party that depended on a solid white South.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you, Mark, because we're going to go back to the podium and to Cheryl Valenzuela, a small business owner running for Lieutenant Governor of Delaware.
2 years ago, I would never have imagined that I would be here with you tonight, speaking at the Republican National Convention. I've seen these on TV. What an honor to be with you tonight. I'm a mother from Delaware, a co-owner with my husband of First State Manufacturing. And after this November, I plan on taking on a new title, the next Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Delaware. Tonight it is my honor to talk about the three themes that inspired me to run for office: my family, the business we built, and my belief in America's unlimited potential. But it starts with a wonderful story. Shortly after our son was born, my husband and I received some news that would change our lives forever. We learned that our son Simon was autistic. We loved him with every fiber of our being. But the experts told us not to expect much. Your son will never learn to read, write, or communicate effectively, they said. Accept these limitations, they seemed to say. It was a tough time. We realized quickly that the paychecks from our jobs wouldn't pay for the professionals that Simon needed to overcome the odds. So we followed a deep and long-standing American tradition. We took a risk, we bet on the future, and we started our own business. When serving in the Army, my husband had taken a mail order course on upholstery. One day I came home to find him pulling out the second-hand sewing machine he'd learned his craft on. He called her Old Betsy. A second-generation Mexican-American, my husband will do whatever it takes to provide for his family. Our friends thought we were crazy. Didn't we have enough challenges trying to raise Simon? Why not just accept our lot in life? That's when I remembered something my dad used to say. My dad was an old school guy, a former drill sergeant, blue-collar worker his whole life. He taught us to work hard, but think big. I remember he once pulled off the road and pointed to a big factory. That's more than a building, he told me. It took a lot of work to get that big, but it all started out as an idea around someone's kitchen table. I guess you could say our upholstery business was our kitchen table idea. 15 years later, we employ more than 70 people in our 70,000 square foot factory. And we're so proud of what we do. We make umpire vests for little leagues, products for the men and women that serve our country, restaurant seats for pizza chains, and protective gear for our allies in the Israeli military. We're actually taking work away from Chinese and Mexican competitors and bringing it back to Delaware. How did it happen? We defied the odds. We rolled the dice on losing or gaining everything. We didn't listen to the experts. We grew our dream. And with our son Simon, we didn't listen to the experts either. Yes, he still struggles with autism. But this past June, he completed his first year at the University of Delaware. Tell you how much this means to him and how much it means to me, the mom of a special needs child. our business have been the twin passions of our lives. But what struck me is how similar they are. If you've ever raised a child or you started a business, you know what I'm talking about. You put your heart and soul into it. You work to find the 25th hour in the day. You struggle to overcome insurmountable odds. And you do it all because you believe in an unlimited future. An unlimited future. Isn't that what America is all about? But today, when I talk to the young families and the struggling businesses that I meet throughout Delaware, I have to ask, are we creating an unlimited future for them? A Gallup report recently said that nearly 50% of small business owners aren't hiring because of what they call regulatory uncertainty. Can you blame them? This administration has imposed 106 new regulations, major regulations. They're on track to create 109 million new paperwork burden hours, and by year's end, $110 billion worth of new regulatory costs will be laid on the backs of business owners and taxpayers. You might call that regulatory uncertainty. I call it an all-out assault on free enterprise. That's what worries me about this administration. They seem so eager to fix society, but they don't have a clue about how to fix the economy. In the end, it comes down to what you believe. And yes, they are believers. The Obama administration believes in experts and blue ribbon panels. They believe in creating new agencies and boards. They believe in all that, but they just don't trust the entrepreneur's ability to grow her own business and to create jobs. Mitt Romney not only believes in the values of economic freedom, his entire life has been committed to advancing it. Last April, I was privileged to be one of a dozen Mitt Romney. This wasn't a scripted photo op. It wasn't a staged event. This was a real discussion with someone who understands where small businesses are coming from. You see, Governor Romney, for him, it's not free enterprise. It's not just a theory, free enterprise. It's not just something you study in graduate school. It's a creed. It's a commitment. It's a world view. It's what connects Americans, families, and communities to an unlimited future. That's why this election is so important to small businesses and to our country. I represent the small businesses, the women, the families working so hard to rebuild our communities. In order to secure our unlimited future, we need a leader who understands the moral case for free enterprise. Someone like Mitt Romney who believes in an unlimited future. These aren't just words to Mitt Romney. His track record proves it. Let's secure that future together by sending Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan to the White House in November.